So how can your rights be violated on a search and seizure case specifically involving controlled substance? Well, first thing is, in order for there to be a search, the officers have to be able to articulate probable cause that you are in possession of a controlled substance and that this substance is illegal to be in your possession. So if they can articulate this probable cause because maybe they've been surveilling you, they've been following you, perhaps they started with you when you left home, you went, picked up a package, then they have probable cause to do so and can go ahead and search you without violating your constitutional rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. So how do you fight charges against questionable evidence? Well, evidence has to be reliable. That being said, not all cases deal with direct evidence, but rather what we call circumstantial evidence. And what circumstantial evidence is evidence that reasonably leads you to the determination that something that was illegal happened. Can a case be based on merely circumstantial evidence? Yes. However, the more that it is relying on that, the weaker it is, so it is easier to fight. So what are your rights when you get stopped for traffic? The officer usually tells you the basis of the stop. For example, oh, I saw you weaving, or you ran the red light. You did a California rolling stop rather than stopping at the stoplight. What can pursue from that point forward? They can go ahead and continue investigating. And if within their investigation, something comes up that is unrelated to that traffic stop, but gives them reason to believe that a crime has occurred or is in the process of occurring, they can pursue with further search and seizure. So what is the role of a warrant? A warrant is an order signed by a court that is based on probable cause that a crime has occurred or is in the process of occurring, and there is a need for a search of whether it be a person, place, or confiscation of something, because there is an urgency that the evidence might be destroyed. There has to be certain specific requirements of that warrant in order for it to be effective. So any attorney that is representing someone whereby the district attorney obtained evidence by way of a warrant, we look for the validity of the warrant and we make sure that it is compliant to what the law requires. Otherwise, we attack the evidence obtained by way of saying that the warrant was invalid and filing a motion to suppress evidence. So what tips would I give for a person who is facing some sort of a questioning after a traffic stop? Answer yes or no if at all possible. Don't give additional information. If you see that an officer is asking questions with regards to something that is illegal, such as a crime that might have been committed, assert your right to remain silent and to have an attorney present. But make sure that once you've asserted that right, you remain and do not open the doors for them to allow questioning if you entertain that in the future. If you have any questions, because perhaps you've been subject to a search and seizure and the legality of it, go ahead and call Confianza Legal for a free consultation.